Hey everybody, Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network, and it is youth football season is in just full blown on go mode, and I'm down here on Swan Street today. New organization, right? North Melbourne Bulls. I'm going to talk to Coach Paul here, and he's going to tell all of you about what's going on here and what exactly the situation is. So first of all, Paul, thanks for having us down here. All right, so what do we got going on down here?
We got a new program, the North Melbourne Bulls. We're formerly the Melbourne Ducks in Pop Warner. That program's been around for many years. Run great by Butch Grantlin and everyone else in there. We recently have switched leagues out of Pop Warner to the AAU league, the AY.
ACYAA, yeah, I know which one.
Yeah, we've switched leagues, keep the games a little closer in travel times. So right now we have U14, U12 teams. We've just started conditioning practices, looking to fill our rosters from what we have right now and continue the legacy of the program.
About how many players do you need?
We'd like to see another probably 10 to 12 players in each team. Obviously, in Florida, we play in that hot weather. We need depth on both teams, and that's what we're going for.
Tell you what, it's tough, and you've got. Do you need coaches as well? I mean, or are you set with the coaching situation?
Yeah. We do have a lot of coaches on both teams, a fantastic group of guys. But I mean, of course, if anyone wants to help out and anything, they can either come through myself or through the league, and we'll happily train them and get them on board.
Coach Paul, it's a labor of love. First of all, to be a coach. Second of all, it's an even bigger labor of love to get involved in a project in which you're trying to grow a league. Where does your love for this come from?
Football's been a passion my whole life. I actually grew up in Massachusetts, was lucky enough to play in high school and college, and unfortunately in everyone's life there comes a time you can't play anymore. I was down here, met someone who coached in the former Ducks program. They brought me aboard 5 years ago, and I just love it,
And I love the logo. There's the logo. The logo's on the screen right there. It is a bad logo. I don't. Who designed that?
That would be our president, Shannon SEJECK.
So, is there a couple people you want to mention here? I know we have some other coaches here, and so just to kind of give everybody an overhaul, because everybody knows everybody in Brevard. You know how that goes. So, who else do we have involved with the program?
Like I said, our president, Shannon SEJECK. Coaching our U14 team is Justin Fish. I'm the head coach of the 12U.
Coach Fish been around a while.
He's been around a while. He's been a great addition to the program, helping us out and everything. Some names that you might also know, Jamie King's been around in football and all the youth leagues. He's helping out as well.
Okay. So I guess what we probably need to do here, because I'm going to play this interview a couple of times over the next couple of weeks to make sure you guys get the players that you need. What is our drop-down deadline date? When do you absolutely have to have – like if a kid walks up, when can he no longer play?
They close the rosters officially September 1st. Obviously, they have to do conditioning practices, and we want to get them up to speed when everyone's going full pads and everything. So, yeah, mid-August is probably the best bet to make sure they can play that first game.
Now, we have all of the information up there on the screen. So, out of all of that information that's up on the screen, what is the best way if anybody has any questions before they come? Because, parents want to speak about little Johnny, and they want to tell all their coaches about – and, so what is the best way to get in touch with somebody prior to?
Best way to reach us is those phone numbers up on that poster and screen. If it's a U12 player, you can contact me directly. U14, Coach Fish, obviously our president, Shannon. And you can contact anyone about any program, and they'll put you in the right direction and give you all the paperwork and answer any questions that you may have.
Every league has a philosophy of, a brand of football they want to establish. What would you say, what type of brand of philosophy of football are you looking to establish with the North Melbourne Bulls?
That's a good question. It's actually a little tough. At least I know, because I've coached with Fish before, we want a program where the kids have fun, they're able to play and they learn the game, first of all. Especially at the youth level. You get up to high school and beyond, it's a little tough to pick up the game at that point. So we got to teach all the fundamentals and have them have fun so they continue growing the game. And then from there, if you know the fundamentals, you keep getting deeper and deeper, having more athletic plays, more fancy plays, and get them ready for that next level while winning games at this level as well.
So, yeah, absolutely. Preparing these student athletes for what comes next. Let me ask you a question off topic, and I'm interested to hear what a lot of coaches, and I'll even, ask Coach Fish before I go. College football, pro football, college football, man, it has changed so much. Even high school football has changed so much. NIL, transfer portals. The game is nothing that I recognize when I was coming up, or I'm sure it's nothing like it was when you were playing in college. And I don't mean on the field, because rarely does that change, but the way it's conducted off the field. Have you seen any of what's transpiring at the high school level and in colleges with NIL, and maybe more of a shift to a me philosophy? Has a lot of that or any of that transpired that you've seen into any of these youth leagues?
Unfortunately, I have to say some of the time you actually do see that. You'll see kids that just shift from program to program of who has the best team. Right. And I understand that you want to win and you want to be seen, whether on your network or TV, right, to get exposure. But then you're not building that, unfortunately, that team philosophy where you know the guy right next to you on the line in the trenches. And that's something that's big, youth, high school, college. You got to have that trust in the player right next to you.
That's just a great point, and it's in hashtag facts. I mean, that's what that is. The most successful youth football programs are ones where the coaches and the players come back year in and year out. And even when Johnny graduates, Dad stays and still coaches the team. I mean, those are the most successful program. If there was only one thing that you could tell everybody out there as we could sit to wrap up here, Coach, what would it be about this program and why their student athlete needs to come down here and play with you guys?
The best reason to come down here is our coaches are going to work with each and every kid individually and as a team. We're not going to just play our best players and just ignore everyone else. That's not our philosophy. It's never been our philosophy as the Ducks before. We want to grow the game, so that includes teaching new players to grow and become better football players, better humans, better in school, better in life.
Fantastic answer. So I'm going to have to end with this with you, Coach Paul, being a sports fan. Is it Patriots, Red Sox, and Bruins and Celtics for you?
Am I getting in trouble if I say yes?
No. You don't even have to say it, for goodness sakes. Coach, thank you so much for having us out. For Coach Paul, I'm Alan, right here on the Brevard Sports Network.